Venezuela, es Venezuela. Y esa bandera no es de ellos, esa bandera es de nosotros, esa bandera no es de ellos.
Venezuela, yo, we are Venezuela. You are not from my country. What part of Venezuela you are? 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 You are not from my country. You are not from my country. You are not from my country. You are not from my country.
Target spotted. Moving in.
Not today.
Stop! FBI!
Adapt and predict.
It's the beauty of crime sequences. They just keep you humble.
Knock, knock.
Come in. Mr. Furious?
Yeah? I'm Officer Ramos. You're under arrest for being too smart.
For what now?
You rerouted every light in the city.
Yeah.
You're under arrest for excessive intelligence. Step away from the mic.
Wait, what?
They
That's
just
not
when
a
everyone
thing.
in the comments can't keep up.
Okay. Freedom. Home Sweet Studio.
Mic check. And we're live. I told you nothing can keep me off this mic.
So that intro, that's outside the federal courthouse in Manhattan. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's funny, it's kind of mixed between Venezuelans on one side and Americans on, well, they're all Americans, but people from Venezuela who spent time in Venezuela and are now Americans versus people who are Americans who never spent any time in Venezuela. That's what's going on in that video, all right? So that outside that courthouse is a bunch of people. Here's an article from the New York Times. The one group is cheering Libertad. They're happy that the dictatorship is gone. Okay? The second group is the American people who never spent any time in Venezuela are cheering hands off Venezuela and U.S. out of Latin America. Then here we have a guy talking about it, Pedro Reyes, native of Venezuela. He was celebrating Maduro's capture on Monday. He was supposedly imprisoned in the country for participating in a student movement opposing Maduro's administration. He recalled being doused with water and gasoline and shot at close range with rubber bullets, some of which he said were still lodged in his body. He actually showed pictures of the injuries. I don't have them, but I guess he showed this reporter here. The headquarters of the secret police and the jail for political prisoners was once a shopping mall. I guess so these people who used to live in Venezuela who fled here know how bad this was. But the other people who are cheering to get out of Venezuela for obvious things, I guess, you know, what we've been known to do in the past, are just supporting the current thing, right? That's what we do. We support the current thing. The problem is there's this thing in this country called the machine, all right? It's not even in this, it's all in the world. It's called the machine, okay? Have you ever heard of Rage Against the Machine? Okay, that's what they were raging about, right? And we are what they call useful idiots. And the machine uses us very well. All right, it's just this cycle. And we are just, what a useful idiot is I'm gonna make a video about a guy named Yuri Bezmenov, a KGB defector who came here in the 70s. In 1983 or something, he had a couple speeches, interviews where he laid out the plan, and it's folding before our eyes. You know, but whatever. I'll get into that another time. But we're the useful idiots for the machine. the so-called machine, okay? A band actually named themselves and raged about it, all right? That's, so back in 2019 and 2020, they wanted to go in there. And here's a two video clips. Credit to Greg Foreman, the channel Black Conservative Perspective. Okay, he's awesome. I mean, I watch him all the time. I learn a lot from him. And here's two videos from him. It's from Chuck Schumer and Chris Murphy, Democrat of Connecticut, who are right now the two henchmen that are going against this right now. And those are two guys in 2020 and 2019 that wanted him out of there.
He brags about all these things he wants to do or is doing, but his actions belie his words. Maybe the best metaphor was his claim to bring democracy to Venezuela. There was a big policy there. It flopped. If the policy was working, Juan Guaido wouldn't be in the balcony here. He'd be in Venezuela. He'd be sitting in the president's palace, or at least waging a fight to win. He's here. And the president brags about his Venezuela policy? Give us a break. He hasn't brought an end to the Maduro regime.
We got to talk about another Democrat whose hypocrisy is on full display here. Chris Murphy, right? He posted in 2019, when Trump was in office, his first administration, he said, if Trump cared about consistency, he would make the realist case for intervention in Venezuela. Getting rid of Maduro is good for the United States, rather than try to pretend his administration all of a sudden cares about toppling anti-democratic regimes. Yeah, amazing.
So that's just an example of what I'm talking about, the machine, and useful idiots, okay? It's people who support the current thing because you support something and then 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 years late, literally 7 years later, that's it. The same people that you're supporting to do something are literally flip-flopping. And you're like, wait, I was just supporting you for this reason. And now you're, forget these people. They're all bad. All these politicians are just, you don't know what to do. No one knows what the machine is. I mean, people have ideas and you got to be careful talking about it because, people get canceled and, you get in trouble. You get fired from your job saying things, but who knows what it is, I have an idea who it is. I have an idea what it's all about. And I mean, it just, from seeing what happens here, it's just a cycle. And that's why, I'm not out there protesting anything. I don't do any of that stuff. I sit back and I watch. I just see everything going on and it makes me laugh. That's why I make these other videos about when I see these people complaining about this, with Nicki Minaj going here and, I just see these people complaining about other things. What other videos did I do? I don't know. These women complaining about white people. They're just telling you to pick a side. That's all they're doing. They're literally telling you to pick sides and fight for this and split it. Everybody just split you up so you can't focus on the machine. You know what I mean? You can't focus on whatever this machine is that's doing it. But it's obvious. Just look at it. I mean, just look at what literally 7 years ago they were telling President Trump to go in there, or they're making fun of him, telling him he's not strong or he's weak because he's afraid to go in there and get this guy out. Now he does, and now he's a bad guy. I mean, probably is for whatever. Either way, who knows? We don't know. We don't know. But and then there's the immigration issue going on here, right? Millions of Venezuelans want to come over here. And then there's a guy, I watch him. His name's The Amazing Lucas. That's his channel. And here's a the thumbnail of one of his latest videos. Basically, the U.S. has enough to go for the oil for Venezuela, but not enough to help black neighborhoods. Like, listen, I'm surprised. I mean, listen, I get it. He's saying what he feels, but that's a perfect example of a useful idiot. Okay? You know that already. He knows that. He's a smart guy, man. You know that. They have money for whatever. They have money to probably give everybody in this country $1 million. Like, are you kidding me? Like, it's the machine that runs this place, and they have people like him who are smart sitting here saying, "Oh yeah, help the black communities," which is true. They can help the black communities. They can help everybody, but he's picking one thing, one side, and someone else is going to pick some, and that's the point. Division. That's the whole point. All right, so it's hard not to be a useful idiot. Believe me, I know. They get you. They're tough, man. They know how to do it. It's with the algorithms. They know what to send you. They know what to do. They're good at that. So just stay tuned for the next video, for the Yuri Bezmenov video. This guy's KGB defector. He's going to explain it all to you. So stay tuned. Thanks.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and comment on anything you like or didn't like.